So based on the odds, the huge, and I mean huge favorite for Rookie of the Year is Caitlin Clark. And my prediction from the start has been Angel Reese. Like, there are not that many videos where you will hear my prediction not be Angel Reese. If you had asked me who I thought deserved it early on, I was Team Reese. I've been Team Clark since the second time she played the Sky. I think it was extremely close after the Storm game, where I think Reese might have taken the lead. But since then, Caitlin has played arguably her two best games, or two of her three best games, and Reese has played, in my opinion, her three worst games. So I think right now, if you're asking me who's the Rookie of the Year, it's Caitlin Clark. But everything I'm seeing from the people that matter, which are like journalists, which are the stat people, which are the former players that are in the media, it all seems to be pushing towards Angel Reese. So my prediction is still Reese, but the odds are crazy. But before we get on to, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 20.5k by the end of the day, and we're about 130 off, but I still think we could manage to do that. But anyway, we got to talk about this. So if you look on Odds Checker right now, Caitlin Clark to win. I need to see if I can get the full odds up on screen. There we go. So Caitlin Clark to be Rookie of the Year is minus 750 is the best odds you can get on her, which is 700. And it's a 7 to 1. 7 to 1 on. Like, she's now to back up to 10 to 1 on. Nowhere was she higher than 7 to 1 on yesterday. And then Angel Reese, like, is now, who was 3 to 1, whose odds were 3 to 1. Again, I'm really don't know how to read the plus 500 plus 450. I don't know what that is. I think that's just for I think it's like 9 to 2 odds. But yeah, that is crazy. Obviously, nobody else who's offering that to JC Sheldon, but obviously no one else is winning other than these two. But it is crazy that in the last day, even while the double streak is going on, like the game yesterday, according to the bookies' odds, Angel Reese lost ground in the Rookie of the Year race. But if you're looking at, like, obviously the WNBA are going to hype up everything. So the WNBA are doing everything to hype up the triple-double streak. We're seeing, if you're asking the media, it seems to be everywhere. The ESPN article talking about the advanced analytics. And the one thing I'm going to say is that was advanced analytics. It took an aggregate of 4 random-ass metrics. If they were 4 metrics that put Caitlin Clark at 6th a month ago in the Rookie of the Year race. So I'm like, genuinely, I think if you just put in random-ass metrics, you can make them say whatever the hell you want. Like, there's definitely metrics out there. There is definitely metrics out there that will tell you that, like, Kate Martin is better than Caitlin Clark. There's definitely a metric out there that will tell you that. So like, obviously, but they're looking at their metrics. They're saying by the stats, Angel Reese is Rookie of the Year. You're seeing everyone hype it up. You're hearing Juju Watkins being asked, and is like, it's Angel. You're hearing everyone on media that's being asked, and they're like, no, it's Angel Reese. So you're seeing everyone that you're, like, assuming is a voter is saying it's Angel Reese. So that's why my prediction is still that it's Angel Reese. I think that, I don't know how it's getting further and further. And I think actually by the frame of play, if you're someone just looking at the basketball, if you thought it was close 2 games ago, when Angel Reese has rattled off her 3 worst games in the space where Caitlin Clark has rattled off her 2 best games, I think that it's hard to not be on the side of Caitlin Clark. But, like, it does still seem like a lot of the media, the voters, are putting so much in this streak that I just don't believe it. So you can see from here the odds. Angel Reese plus 450. No one else is going to win it. Maine's front runner to take it home, averaging X amount. So obviously this is on. And again, I don't use any of these sites. Don't use any of these sites. I'm telling you, don't use any of these. This is all for just pointing out the odds. So it does seem like, look, being 10 to 1 on means that it's nearly a formality. Like, they are odds that they're like the odds of Jokic winning MVP this year when he won in an absolute landslide. So, by the looks of things, barring injury, barring injury, it seems like it's done. The Rookie of the Year race is done. But everywhere where you look, on every publication, in every article, Angel Reese is number one. In almost every rookie ranking. Apparently CBS has actually put Caitlin Clark back at number one. I'm just going to check. I'm just going to look up the most recent WNBA rookie rankings. So obviously ESPN have Caitlin Clark 2. USA Today. In fairness, USA Today have Caitlin Clark 1. CBS have Angel Reese 1. So it is like the New York Times have got... Can I see the rankings? Okay, the New York Times actually have flipped it. So now it's looking, okay, maybe it's 50-50 in the publications. But you're still, again, you're seeing the people that's voices matter in this race. Like, my voice does not matter in this race. I am an Irish person who is sitting in an office in my house, a former guy who is the only reason he's anything on social media is because I developed skills on how to, like, not even produce, how to package content that people will click on from my years of gaming, my years of running a gaming channel, and obviously I used to be BBALL Daily as well. But my voice doesn't matter. Nothing that I say matters. And nothing that you hear anyone say matters at all. Nothing on whatever, but like, nothing what trendy hoop stars or whatever the hell it is on Twitter says matters. Nothing, at the same time, nothing really matters from any of us on social media, except for the people that you're seeing, like the WNBA push into like spaces where they're all pro Angel. All the people that are in WNBA media are pro Angel. So I think that this could be genuinely one of the biggest screw ups on the on behalf of the bookies ever. I think this might end up being one of the biggest screw ups in the bookies because everyone in WNBA media. Because, like, you're hearing people that are, like, working with teams saying Caitlin, but if you're working with a team, you're not going to get a vote. You're not going to be in that vote. So the people in the WNBA media are all pro Reese. They're all people that have historically been there. They're pro bigs. And this is most definitely not some sort of, like, agenda against Caitlin Clark. They're just pro bigs. If there was an agenda against Caitlin Clark, it would be like that article we read a couple of days ago that was trying to argue Rickea Jackson was better than Caitlin Clark. So it's like, no. That's an agenda. Saying Reese better than Caitlin Clark is not an agenda. Saying Caitlin Clark's better than Angel Reese is not an agenda. Let's be real. But everyone that matters is on the side of Reese. So I'm shocked seeing the way these odds are. So that is my prediction. Look, if you're asking me who the better of these two players are, Caitlin Clark. If you're telling me who's going to end up, who has the more potential, like, if Angel Reese suddenly develops an A'ja Wilson all-star or like offensive game and a 3-ball and a mid-range shot, yeah, okay, cool. She might be the greatest of all time. But I think Caitlin Clark is, barring injury, if she even gets 10% better on defense or plays for a coach that actually knows how to put in a defensive scheme, she's going to be the greatest guard to ever play. So, like, well, peak for peak, the greatest guard to ever play. So I do think that, like, Caitlin Clark's going to be a better player, but I'm still calling it right now. If you told me that I had to remortgage my house and put all that money on one player, I would put it on Angel Reese. I still think she's going to win it.